We ain't done yet. We just broke down how Kendrick compares to the legends, but now we getting into some of the spiciest bars on this whole track. We talking about Drake's payroll, the moles in his camp, and why his memes ain't hitting no more.
You saying that the mole is closer than you think?
I want to know who the closest nigga is, because it could be 40, it could be Chubb.
This is where Kendrick really starts exposing the infrastructure. Y'all thought the dog bars were deep? Man, wait till you hear what's coming. So check it. We covering the 100 niggas on salary line and the ghostwriter controversy. Drake's own words admitting he uses writers from that 2019 interview. The 20 of them want you as a casualty mole allegations. Is 21 Savage the leak? Is it Noah 40 Shabib? The Pusha T precedent, history repeating itself. Zach Bia and Twitter bots, online manipulation tactics. Drake's meme strategy and why it's backfiring. How Kendrick positions this as traditional hip hop versus corporate tactics. This ain't just bars no more. This is exposing how Drake operates. Kendrick pulling back the curtain on the whole operation. Every line is designed to create paranoia, distrust, and self-doubt. By the end, you'll understand why Drake probably questioning everybody around him. All right, so Kendrick says 100 niggas that you got on salary,
and 20 of them want you as a casualty. 100 niggas that you got on salary, but 20 of them want you as a casualty.
They want this nigga dead.
On the surface, this is about Drake's OVO record label having a large payroll. Artists, producers, writers, managers, security, staff. OVO operates more like a corporation than an independent artist collective. Drake got a whole empire on payroll, fam. The implication is Drake's success is a team effort, not individual skill. Compare that to Kendrick. Smaller operation, more hands-on, writes his own material. But yo, we all know what Kendrick's really talking about here. The long-standing ghostwriter controversy surrounding Drake.
Yeah, so like this is like the difference between like a mom and pop restaurant where like the food is so good because it's handmade by mom and pop, Kendrick, compared to like an industrial cheeseburger spot where they getting a million cheeseburgers out and they selling all the cheeseburgers in the world, but they fake. Everything about it is fake. The meat fake. You know what I'm saying? The workers is getting paid minimum wage. You get what I'm saying? This is what we're comparing right now. Let's keep going, y'all.
Multiple writers credited on Drake's songs throughout his career. The Quentin Miller situation, 2015 Meek Mill beef started over this. Party Next Door writing for Drake. Other writers and contributors whose involvement is known. In hip-hop culture, writing your own bars is fundamental. If you ain't writing your own lyrics, are you even a rapper? This ain't pop music where writing teams are standard. This is hip-hop. Authenticity matters more than anything in the culture. Now here's where it gets crazy. Drake appeared on Rap Radar podcast December 2019, openly defended his collaborative approach to making music. Let me read you exactly what he said, word for word. If I need to be the poster child that took all those hits from my peers hiding behind me that do the same thing every fucking album, that's fine. I'll do it. Yo, he basically admitted it right there. There's a lot of people that link up with other people that make records that you guys love. He positioning himself as being honest about what others hide. Music is a collaborative thing. Then he says, I understand in rap, of course. In comment section, it's a little different. He knows rap culture has different rules. I still associate myself in that community. We conduct ourselves by a few different rules. We tweak the rules a little bit. We tweak the rules. Yo, you can't just change the rules because they don't work for you. Whatever gets you to that destination where you have a great body of work. If you need somebody to write the whole thing and all you do is just go in and track it, there are artists that exist like that to this day that people love and revere. They sell out stadiums. Drake really said if someone writes the whole thing for you and tried to justify it. In hip hop, authenticity is everything. Your lyrics supposed to come from your life, your experiences, your perspective. How you gonna rap about your struggles if someone else wrote the words? That's like hiring someone to live your life for you, then taking credit. Drake's defense is other genres do it. Pop, R&B, without stigma. But hip hop is different. It's about personal expression, lived truth. Having someone else write your personal stories is fraudulent. It's like paying someone to take your test, then bragging about the grade. 100 niggas on salary equals Drake's success is bought, not earned. Suggests Drake needs a team to compete with Kendrick individually. It's David versus Goliath. One authentic artist versus corporate machine. The word salary is key. These people are employees. They doing work that Drake takes credit for. If you got 100 people on payroll, how much is actually you? How do we know which bars are Drake and which are ghostwriters? You can be successful corporate entity or authentic hip hop artist. Drake trying to be both and Kendrick saying you gotta pick one. Now we get to and 20 of them want you as a casualty. Out of the 100 on payroll, 20 want Drake to fail. 20. That's 20% of your operation that's disloyal. 20. Not random employees, people in positions to know things, access information. Want you as a casualty means actively hoping for.
Right.
Bruh, hey, he ain't got one, he got two. Bruh, I think what's so funny about it is the white sheets with the holes in it killed me, bro. They got the notepad and the pen. I'm asleep, bro.
Like
I am asleep. These niggas funny as hell for this.
Stupid. Dude, I'm black. I'm black. What is
Now we get to, and 20 of them want you as a casualty. Out of the 100 on payroll, 20 want Drake to fail. That's 20% of your operation that's disloyal. Not random employees, people in positions to know things, access information. Want you as a casualty means actively hoping for your downfall.
Right.
And one of them is actually next to you. Someone in Drake's immediate proximity is the primary leak. Could be producer, close friend, management, family member. The vagueness is the point. Maximizes paranoia. Now here's where it gets interesting with the wordplay. 20 of them and one of them equals 21. Is Kendrick suggesting 21 Savage is the mole? Let's look at the connections. 21 Savage is one of Drake's most prolific collaborators. Multiple projects together, close relationship, touring together. But 21 is also very close with Metro Boomin. Metro produced Like That, where Kendrick took first major shots. Metro and Drake had major falling out. So 21 caught between both camps, Drake and Metro. Could 21 be feeding information to Metro? Who gives it to Kendrick? The genius is we don't know, and that uncertainty creates paranoia. There's another candidate people think Kendrick's referring to, Noah 40 Shabib, Drake's signature producer since the beginning. The Pusha T precedent is crucial here. In 2018, Pusha T exposed Drake's secret child on the story of Adidon. Everyone wondered, how did Push get that information? Push went on Joe Budden's podcast in May 2018 and explained. Let me tell you exactly what Push said. It didn't come from Kanye at all. 40 is sleeping with a woman. He talks to her daily, 5-6 hours a day, and ultimately speaks about how he's disgruntled about certain things, notoriety, and things involving Drake and his career, and so forth. With that also came the fact that Drake has a child. So according to Push, 40 was the original source, even if indirectly. He complained to a woman, she told Pusha. Noah 40 Shabib is publicly diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. That's a serious degenerative health condition. Someone with MS would logically prefer Drake stay out of dangerous situations. 40's been with Drake since the beginning, day one. He knows everything about Drake's life, career, decisions. If anyone's tired of Drake's antics, it could be someone who's been dealing with them for 15 years. Two of them is practically tired of your lifestyle, just don't got the audacity to tell you. Tired of your lifestyle fits someone like 40 perfectly. Yeah. Now we gotta be real about the credibility here. Both Pusha T and Joe Budden have personal vendettas against Drake.
Yeah, I would say that. Let me take a second and vibe with y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that comment button, and that hype button. I'm actually gonna give y'all my breakdown at the end and who I actually thought all along, even though Pusha said that, who I think all along is actually getting this information. So let's get right back into it. I don't like to hold y'all for too long. Let's get it.
Push was in an active beef with Drake when he made these claims. There's no primary source confirmation that 40 was actually the leak.
Right.
Could be completely true, or could be strategic misinformation.
Strategic, I think.
Either way, the accusation alone does damage. Imagine being Drake listening to these bars. You got 100 people on payroll. 20 of them allegedly want you dead.
Right.
One is right next to you. 2 are tired of your lifestyle.
They want this nigga dead.
And one of them is actually next to you, and 2 of them is practically tired of your lifestyle. Just don't got the audacity to tell you, but let me tell you some things.
Bruh!
He's saying that the mole is closer than you think.
I want to know who the closest nigga is, because it could be 40, it could be Chubbs.
You trying to make him look sideways at Chubbs, too?
He's the bodyguard. He's the bodyguard. What the game say?
Game got a song with Drake, and he was rapping saying that the niggas call me to set you up. Instead, I vest you up.
At this point, I'm starting to feel Kendrick has too much ammo on Drake.
Diddy put a hit on him, actually. Yeah, Diddy put a hit on Drake over the Cassie
And
situation.
Kendrick ain't naming nobody. So now Drake got to question everybody. This is psychological warfare at its finest. Make your enemy destroy himself from within.
Right.
But let me tell you some game, cause I can see you, my little homie.
Kendrick has too much ammo on Drake.
But let me tell you some game, cause I can see you, my little homie.
Tell you some game, you my little homie. He's sunning him right there.
The nigga's younger than Drake. That's crazy.
The condescension in this line is crazy. Let me tell you some game means I'm dropping wisdom you don't have. I can see you means I have full visibility into your operation and strategy. My little homie works on multiple levels. Drake's nickname is the boy. Kendrick treating him like a child. It's also a reference to Tupac's song, Lil Homies. Drake used AI Pac voice on Tailor-Made Freestyle. Kendrick flipping it back using Pac reference against him.
And dirty with propaganda, he'd blow up on you.
He said if you was really street smart, you would know entourage you got around you, they only hustling.
You playing dirty with propaganda, it blow up on you. Propaganda means information, especially biased or misleading, used to promote a cause. Accusing Drake of manipulating narratives, spreading misinformation. The AI Tupac situation is perfect example. Drake's Tailor-Made Freestyle used AI to recreate Pac's voice.
That was crazy.
Seen as desperate, gimmicky, disrespectful to Legend's legacy. Pac's estate threatened legal action. Drake had to remove the track. Complete backfire. That's exactly what it blow up on you means.
Yeah.
You're playing nerdy with Zach
You're
Bia
playing
and
nerdy
Twitter
with Zach
bots.
Bia and Twitter bots.
Who's Zach Bia?
Let's break down who Zach Bia is first.
It's Olivia Rodrigo's ex.
Oh, he's well known in LA. He's often at high profile events and parties.
But you know he uses Twitter bots.
Drake did use Twitter bots with Pusha T, y'all remember?
Well-known figure in LA nightlife and entertainment. Professional networker, socialite, DJ, influencer. Playing nerdy with Zach Bia means behind-the-scenes manipulation, indirect tactics, using connections rather than direct confrontation. Nerdy also implies it's not authentic hip-hop behavior. Real rappers handle beef with bars, not backroom networking. The Twitter bots allegation, bots are automated accounts used to manipulate online narrative, artificially inflate engagement, create false consensus. Late 2023, Push's name trended on Twitter due to bot activity. Many suspected Drake's camp.
Time to work.
Oh, y'all scared?
No.
Man, we don't need to, man. Lame ass this, man.
Yo, they left. They're like, bro, I ain't want no Kendrick smoke. They must be kin to J. Cole. They gotta be. Them ghostwriters gotta be J. Cole cousin or something. Gotta be.
Bots are automated accounts used to manipulate online narrative, artificially inflate engagement, create false consensus. Late 2023, Push's name trended on Twitter due to bot activity. Many suspected Drake's camp. Kendrick saying same tactics being used against me now. Why nerdy is insulting in hip-hop. Hip-hop culture values direct confrontation. Nerdy implies hiding, manipulating from shadows.
Right.
But your reality can't hide behind Wi-Fi. The internet versus reality distinction is crucial here. Wi-Fi equals internet, online world, digital manipulation. Reality equals what's actually true, what exists offline, facts. Kendrick saying online manipulation cannot change actual truth. You can control narratives on social media all you want, but none of that changes who you actually are. Truth exists independent of internet perception. Your little memes is losing steam, they figured you
Your
out.
little memes is losing steam, they figured you out.
Yo, love memes is losing steam. They figured you out.
They say yo online trolling shit, bro. It's not working.
You can't joke your way out of this one, buddy.
Throughout this beef, Drake been heavy on Instagram, posting memes, jokes, indirect taunts. The 10 things I hate about you example, Drake posted clip from the 1999 movie. Direct response to Kendrick's Euphoria bars. Losing steam means the strategy isn't working anymore. Initially it might have seemed clever, but now people see it for what it is, deflection. They figured you out means the public, hip-hop community, the culture understood your game.
Right.
Let's step back and see how all these bars work together. 100 on salary equals Drake's operation is corporate, not authentic.
Right.
20 want you as a casualty equals internal disloyalty and distrust. Playing with propaganda equals unethical tactics that will backfire. Zach Bia and Twitter bots equals behind the scenes manipulation. reality can't hide behind Wi-Fi equals truth exists beyond internet. Memes losing steam equals deflection strategies aren't working. Kendrick positioning this as authentic artist versus corporate entity. Traditional hip-hop versus modern industry tactics. Direct confrontation versus indirect manipulation. Even if none of the allegations are true, Drake still has to think about them, still has to question his team. The paranoia alone damages effectiveness. This is why this approach is so devastating. You don't need to prove everything, you just need to create doubt, uncertainty, paranoia. Make your opponent destroy himself through suspicion.
Right.
Kendrick showing that hip-hop beef in 2024 isn't just about bars. It's about psychology, strategy, long-term dismantling. And he's mastering all of it.
Right. You know what? Take a picture of me. About to respond with an Instagram caption. You can't take that. I mean, what should I say? There's so many out there.
I don't think you should do that, bro.
Bro. Oh, what you thinking? What should I say? An Instagram story or a photo dump? A photo dump, that'll get him going for real. What's that?
That nigga poured out this crowd.
That's the only way, bro.
You gotta kill that nigga.
Put that away, Brody. We don't need that.
Put that away, Crody.
That away, Cody. Come on,
Nah,
Cody.
bro, I gotta do the breakdown. I gotta do the breakdown now, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, bro. I done listened to the song so many times, it's insane. Half of the streams Kendrick got came from just me alone.
And me too.
All right, fam, we just broke down those bars in detail, but now let's put these specific techniques into historical context. Hip-hop has a rich history of diss tracks. Every generation builds on what came before. We comparing Kendrick's exact tactics to how the legends handled similar attacks. This ain't random comparison. We showing deliberate evolution and innovation. When you see the parallels, you understand Kendrick studied the greats. Not just saying this is good or that this is better. We analyzing specific techniques across different eras. The salary line versus classic authenticity attacks. The mole allegations versus paranoia creation in hip-hop history. The social media callouts versus how legends handled media manipulation. Understanding cultural reception, what the culture respects and why. In hip-hop, it ain't just about what you think is fire. It's about what the culture respects and remembers. Same technique can hit different in different eras. What worked in 1995 might not work in 2024, and vice versa. Some disses become legendary, others get forgotten. Why? Understanding this helps us see where Kendrick fits in the lineage. This gonna be a masterclass in hip-hop diss track evolution. 100 niggas that you got on salary. Not just calling Drake a bad rapper, attacking his authenticity. Suggesting success is bought, manufactured, not earned through skill. Ghostwriter implications without directly saying ghostwriter. Corporate entity versus authentic artist dichotomy. The genius is making Drake's strength, resources, team look like weakness. You need 100 people to do what I do alone. How Nas attacked Jay-Z's authenticity and credibility on Ether. Context: Jay was becoming more commercial, more mainstream. Nas reframed Jay's success as selling out. Key Ether techniques: turning Jay's strengths, business acumen, into weaknesses. Corporate sellout: Eminem murdered you on your own shit, using Jay's collaborations against him, making commercial success seem like artistic failure. Similarity to Kendrick: both reframe opponents' advantages as disadvantages. Difference: Nas focused on present choices. Kendrick reveals long-term pattern. Ice Cube, no Vaseline. Cube left NWA over financial disputes with Jerry Heller. Didn't just say they were whack rappers. Exposed business practices. You let a Jew break up my crew, attacking their business relationship. Accused them of being exploited, used, manipulated financially. Made it about principle and money, not just bars. Cultural impact: changed how fans saw NWA's gangsta image, revealed they were being managed and controlled like pop stars. Connection to Kendrick's salary line: both attack the business model, not just the artistry. Both suggest opponent is corporate entity rather than authentic artist. Both make fans question who's really in control here. Key difference: Cube exposed exploitation by others. Kendrick exposes Drake exploiting others. Ghostwriters: hip-hop was born from marginalized communities. Authenticity and keeping it real are foundational values. Success is celebrated, but not at cost of authenticity. There's always been tension. Commercial success versus street credibility. Artists who sell out get permanently marked. The culture respects the grind. but hates shortcuts. Ghostwriters equal ultimate shortcut in rap. You can be rich, but you gotta earn it the right way. Modern era, more awareness of how industry works. Credits are public, writing teams are visible. Fans can see who's credited on songs. Drake's ghostwriter controversies are well documented. Kendrick tapping into existing skepticism makes people re-examine Drake's entire catalog. If he's got 100 people on salary, which songs are actually his? Seeds permanent doubt that can't.
And that's facts, y'all. And this is the end of the breakdown for Mic Drop TV. It's your boy Jet Ski G. We back with another banger. Make sure y'all drop a like, a hype, and a comment, because I'm about to give y'all my breakdown of what we just saw. Now, as far as the ghostwriter credits and stuff like that, if you're actually looking for the true credits to a song, when you go on Apple Music, I know this works like this on Apple Music, go to the lyrics and scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll find, like I said, I do some writing, you'll find the actual ghostwriters for all songs, for all artists. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to break nobody's heart, but 9 times out of 10, your favorite artist will be there. Your favorite artist has ghostwriters. So when you go to the actual lyrics of a song and scroll all the way to the bottom, it'll say by so-and-so, it's going to be about 4 or 5 people there for almost every artist. I'm just being honest with you. And then you can see who actually is writing these songs, because you have to put it there on Apple Music. And I think Spotify works the same, but I know this is how Apple Music works. You have to put it there because you have to put who wrote the song when you upload the song to Apple. And then Apple takes that same information and puts it in the lyrics. So it doesn't, you can't hide it on your Apple lyric page on Apple Music. That's, if you just want to know who's writing what, it's right there. And as far as Nas, it's funny because I just seen something where Nas was actually agreeing that over the casino situation, Jay-Z actually is broke. Somebody said Jay-Z is broke. He actually agreed with one of the posts or something like that. So we got to watch that with Jay-Z and Nas. But also with Jay-Z, I said that I would break down and tell you who I actually think was the mole. I don't honestly believe there was a mole. Honestly, I believe that in my heart of hearts, I mean, it could be a mole, and we'll get to the next breakdown, and maybe I end up being proven wrong, but I believe the actual mole was Roc Nation. If we've learned anything about Roc Nation through the Tory Lanez situation, through the Chris Brown situation, through the DDG situation, the first thing Roc Nation does, and through the lawsuit where Jay-Z had a young female accuse him of scrape, if we've learned anything, the first thing they're going to do is hire a private investigator to do their bidding and get information on you. That's the first thing they do. So even with the lawsuit against Jay-Z, the private investigator ended the case. He got the lady to admit to something that she later said wasn't true, but she admitted to it, so the private investigator beat the case. The same thing with the Chris Brown situation. He said he was followed by private investigators. Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, private investigators. Megan Thee Stallion with up against DJ Akademiks. He's actually doing depositions with private investigators outside of his home. This is what they do. So Pusha T getting information on Drake, it always clicked in my head like, oh, that's Roc Nation. That's what they do. They get information on you and then use it against you. That's what they do. Getting private investigators. They have the law courts on their side. They have the courts on their side. As far as the Desiree Perez situation, we found out that they're in the courts. She's already an informant. She already works for the FBI. So Jay-Z is already dealing with and working with people who are rats. And yeah, they get information on you isn't hard. So Pusha T getting all that information, I always sat back and was like, oh, a private investigator probably got that. And then we seen all the stuff they were doing with private investigators. And I was like, oh yeah, see? Simple. So now for Kendrick to get all this information, and like I said, Kendrick was staring at the throne all them years, but he was ready to go at the throne once he was back. But remember, over the last 3-4 years, it hasn't been Kendrick and TDE. It's been Kendrick, Taylor Swift, and Roc Nation. Remember at all those award shows, he was Roc Nation. Now he's ready to go at the throne. The same way when Jay-Z wasn't ready to go at the throne, but he was ready once he got state property. He got his distribution deal fully intact. He was ready. You go at the throne when you're ready. But now you with Roc Nation and you got all this That's just how Rock Nation play. That's how I always seen it. But what you do in the dark shall come to the light. And this is one thing about Rock Nation. I add the information where I don't mind them getting it. I don't mind them actually getting this information because this was a lot of information that needed to be said. Drake was out here moving nasty. And I'm actually glad they did this one. Now, everything else, they be moving horribly. We talk about in this breakdown about the culture and how usually when you sell out the culture, you're disqualified. We haven't really seen that with Jay-Z yet. He's on the record for dealing with one of the biggest rats ever in history, and that's his right-hand man business partner. He's done 1,000,001 bids against the black community, but kicked it like, oh yeah, I'm helping y'all, but really was just using us to put himself in position. So that's one person that has done 1,000,001 fake things to us. Yes, he's a dope rapper, but like, at what point do we stand up as a black community and be like, yo, stop using us? Now, back to this. I think the overall move was always a private investigator from Rock Nation or something like that. And then I think the best chess move tactically would be to say that it's somebody from your camp, because it would make you, this is mental warfare. So it would make you start skitzing out and make you start tripping. You get what I'm saying? That's how I always seen it. So y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know who y'all think the actual mole is. And we can go back and forth in the comments, because I could be completely wrong. You could be completely right. All right. So make sure y'all drop a like, a hype, and a comment. Let me know what's going on. And if you ain't got a comment, put the pen emoji. Put the pen emoji for all the real writers out there. All right. So it's your boy Jet Ski G. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all, you know I love y'all. You might not like everything I said about Jay-Z, but hey, man, you know I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? All right. Also, I'm going to drop 2 more bangers. One right here. One right here. Both of them bangers. And I'm going to meet y'all in one of them videos. I'm out, y'all.